A very warm welcome to episode 16 of Let's Play Planet Coaster Project Globe Explorer here on Theme Park Worldwide. In this episode, I'm going to be focusing on the Dark Ride that you can see just here. It's an indoor drop ride, and I actually installed this a few episodes back now in front of the lift hill for the Giga Coaster. Now, the main reason it went into that location was because of the Giga Coaster itself, and thinking, you know, you've got the lift hill there. A, it kind of blocks it in a little bit. And B, I wanted to put in some really nice theming around there to fit with the New York area in terms of skyscrapers. And C, the ride experience when you're on the Giga Coaster. So it makes it feel a lot taller than, well, it is over 300 foot anyway. But if you're going a higher than these big buildings next to it, you're certainly going to feel like you're going even higher up into the sky. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with this. And that was the reason why this dark ride was positioned where it was. Now, I've been working on the area over the past few episodes. I've sort of, left space for this dark ride, but I didn't want to go in there too early and put all this together because, like I say, I don't really want to rush things. I like doing things in stages, and that's where we're at now. So we're at the point where the ride system's in, most of the exterior of the building's done. Of course, there's going to be some touch-ups to do with that in the future episodes, but in general, it's pretty much ready to go. So as you can see now, I'm starting to put in some of the theme in on the interior. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't block in the building fully, as you're really going to struggle to put in all your theming if you've got stuff blocking it. So that's kind of what I'm working on here now. I've left some gaps in the roof and also on the walls as well to make sure that I'm not blocking it too much. So we've got all sorts of like biohazard theming, barrels going in, and I've sort of explained the storyline a bit behind this ride before in a previous episode, but I'll touch on that a little bit more now, and there's been a few little subtle changes to that since last time as well. So you've got this skyscraper that's being used by a New York film company, and they're using it as a set where they're doing lots of different filming. However, there's been some issues because the film crew have been getting disturbed in there. However, not disturbed in a normal way. And it's come out like in the New York Times and all over social media and papers. You can see we're going with a modern sort of story with this ride. It's come out that this tower is only a few years old that they're using part of it for filming for, and it was built on the site where there was actually known to be some alien activity in the foundations. And when it was being built, there was actually some issues with this. However, they carried on building the structure because it was a billionaire in New York that wanted this skyscraper to be built. So that's where it all sort of stems round to. Anyway, the film crew have been getting disturbed. What is believed to be some sort of alien activity going on. However, there's some of the workforce that are from the production crew that don't really believe that, and they're all thinking, this is a load of rubbish. We've been told loads of lies here. However, as you'll find out when you step on board this attraction, you'll actually get into the elevator and it'll take you up, and you'll discover what them disturbances were. So that's kind of the story that we're going with. And in terms of what these disturbances are going to be, well, it's all going to be built over multiple levels. So you can see we've got the first sort of room there, if you like, that I'm working on, which is right at the top. So that'll be like the second part you see before you do your final drop. So you can see with that's going to be open. There's not going to be any glass window or anything in there. That's going to look straight out over the lake. So you'll get a great view of the park and the rest of the areas. And I think, you can already see the lift there, look, as it sort of looks over the area. And I think that'll be a really nice sort of part of it, really, that looks out over the park. In terms of other different buildings that I'm going to put in there, you're going to see them now, and I'll be explaining those as we go along with it. It's all sort of going to come together with this very strong storyline that I'm looking forward to sort of seeing as it all progresses, really. As you can see, I'm just working on a little bit of the exterior there as we go along because we've got some of the like black steel work that I'm just blending in with the building there. Saw like that spinning radar and I thought, would that work on there? But then I realised, no, actually it's a bit too tall a building for it. So I put it on another building nearby. So this will be the first full room that you'll actually see when you're on the elevator. You'll move forward on the track. You can see it just at the back there. You'll move forward and look at this piece of theming here. So the idea is I'm not going to put doors on each one of these rooms. I kind of want you to see the others as you go in between the other floors. I want you to sort of see back into that room, and there's going to be like these like lightning bolt effects, what sort of shine straight through the floors. So it'll give you this very sort of, aliens are taking over kind of thing. But that's where we're going with this. So some of these rooms that you're going to be seeing, it's gradually going to get worse and worse. A lot of sci-fi theming, a lot of wires, production equipment that's just been left. As this production crew have had to keep filming, so the film, what the shooting can be on time. However, they've gradually moved down the floors, and that's kind of what I'm going with this. So as the floors, you progress during the ride, you'll notice less and less of the film equipment, and then the ride will end where you'll be at the bottom, and you'll hear some sort of explosion from all this like biohazard stuff, what you've got high up, and then of course you've got the film crew that are down the bottom, and then you'll sort of come in there, and that's the end of the ride. So that's my kind of story with this one. But yeah, you've got all this like barrels of stuff, it's very sort of, we're going down that sort of, alien style route with this. Are they real? Are they not real? That's kind of what I wanted to do in terms of the story. A lot of electricity in there. You got like a lot of like plasma effects and that sort of thing that we're putting into there. So that's kind of the, it's very futuristic, very modern style ride we've got going on with this. And like I say, I think it's quite unique with the whole sort of film crew thing, especially with a lot of filming being done in New York. It kind of fits together that, they're using this building to do all this filming, and then hang on a minute, what's happening? We're filming this movie and things are going wrong, so we'll have to film somewhere else, and they keep moving down the levels till they get to the bottom. And then of course at the end of the ride, the sort of story is that they'll know that, oh yeah, there was some alien activity and it was all going a bit haywire. So that's kind of where we're going with this one. Anyway, let's go through some of the names, shall we, that I've picked for some of these rides. You'll see that I keep building some of the different rooms here. But yeah, so in a few minutes we're ready to take you along for the ride. But first off, let's go through some of the ride names that I've put in this New York area. So starting off with the Cube ride, we've got Game Master James, who's come up with the Radio City Music Box. Really like the idea of bringing Radio City into this park. Of course, it's a very popular area of New York, a lot of filming and production, television's done there, so I thought that it fit in really well, so thank you very much for that name. Along with that then, for the Junior Coaster, we've got the MB, who has come up with this name, and it's Journey Through Central Park, a New York adventure. With the balloon ride that we've got, also part of Central Park, Tyler O has come up with the name Central Park Flyers. So thank you very much with that. So yeah, I think that all comes together really nicely with those different names that you guys have come up with. So yeah, thank you very much for those. Now, as you can see, the dark ride is starting to come together really well now, and in just a couple of minutes it will be ready for me to take you along for a ride on there, so you can see it all complete. You can see that I'm working on another level that's got the camera equipment in there, some various different pieces of other equipment in there as well, and looking out to the back, you've got that window that's going to be left open like that looks straight out over the area. I didn't want to use a screen or anything like that. I thought, let's just have a nice open window that shows straight out over the park. Of course, it'll be different at night on there as well with the experience. And yeah, I just thought that had come together really well. A lot of the stuff I'm putting in is just random pieces of theming, to be honest, because we can do, especially with going down the whole sort of alien route and something a bit different. I thought it'd go down really well. Now, in terms of a name for this dark ride, it has been picked, and that's from Matt Newman, who's come up with this fantastic name, The Final Cut Menace in Manhattan. Oh, I love it. Fantastic name. And then, of course, I'll go over once again the whole storyline with this before we have a ride on it. So film production has been interrupted because of a strange occurrence in the New York City Tower block. Rumour has it that the tower was originally built on a piece of land known for alien activity. Now it's your turn to head into the skyscraper's service elevator to investigate what's happening on the upper levels. So that kind of fits with the whole sort of feel of what we're going for here, with the different floors and all the different pieces of theming on there. And yeah, thank you, Matt, for coming up with the name for this one. Of course, in terms of names for future rides, I'm still looking for some more suggestions for the Giga Coaster and also names for the Drop Tower as well. So if you'd like to comment with those in the next episode, which will be the final one of me working on the New York area, still a lot of work to be done. However, it's all going to come to place in the next episode. So make sure that you do stay tuned for that one next week here on the channel. But yeah, so yeah, get your name suggestions coming in for the Giga Coaster and also for the Drop Tower as well. Both part of the New York area. I've already seen some great name suggestions for the Giga Coaster, but I want to see some more. So get them coming down below underneath in the video comments. But here you can see we've got the electricity room. That's sort of the final part of this experience where you're going to come face to face with these aliens, and you can see that lightning effect sort of gets stronger and stronger as you get to that point. I thought I'll use those because they go all the way up through the tower and through the different scenes on there as well. But anyway, I think it's about time we take a ride on this so you can see the finished ride. So here we go. I'm looking forward to sharing this POV with you all. So sit back, relax, and get ready to experience the final cut menace in Manhattan as part of the New York themed area here at Project Globe Explorer. Here we go. Enjoy the ride. Please make sure you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened at all times. Okay, recruits, we've got to get in there and find out what the hell is happening in this building. I'm in control of your elevator. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Let's move on. I knew it, and no one believed me. I knew them rumors were true about the alien invasion. We'll start off here on the 8th floor. Come on, let's move a little closer. Hold on, we're going higher. What we're seeing here is not normal. Look at all the canisters. There's certainly alien activity around here. Let's go lower. I can see exactly why the film crew didn't want to be in here now. Look at it. It's going to explode at any point. This is it. This is the XR 102 control point. I'll stay here and try and stop the explosion. You go down lower and further investigate. Sorry about that. I've managed to get access to the computer. It looks like I'm going to be able to shut the system down. Get ready and hang on in 3, 2, 1. That's it. It's shut down. We've done it. The aliens are no longer taking over us here in New York. Well done, everyone, and thank you very much for your help. Please remain seated until the elevator comes to a complete stop. So there we go. I'm really pleased with how that's come together. I think all the theming in there works really well, the storyline, and of course the name. You guys are fantastic with coming up names, and I really look forward to hearing what you come up with for the Giga Coaster and also the Drop Tower. But yeah, it's a nice ride. It fits in really well into the area. Of course, it's also the first dark ride in this park, which is strange for me because, you know, I love dark rides. But the whole idea with this was sort of putting in the areas and leaving gaps ready to put dark rides in the future. So yeah, I've done that throughout the areas. There's plenty of expansion room in the various different countries that I've built so far that will lead the way for those dark rides. But yeah, I thought that's come in really well. Just the one elevator there. Obviously, when I did one of those before, which was in the Studios Park, I used 2 elevators. Completely different storyline and style of ride, really, that I went for with that. But yeah, I think this fits in really well. It's a bit mysterious. It's a little bit spooky, but it's more mysterious. And I think it works great in the area. As you can see then, I'm starting to put in some more of the theme in now, all the way around, and you can start to get more of a finished sort of feel for how this is going to be. It's been a long project working on all of this. I mean, in total it'll be 5 episodes, but of course the next one's going to be the last episode working on this particular area, and then we're actually going to open the park, get people in here, and off camera there's a few bits I'm going to be doing. There's a few food stalls and stuff that I need to be putting in into some of the buildings and that, so that'll all sort of come into place over the next sort of 2 episodes. It's all going to really come together, and we're going to get people inside this park and see how it runs. But yeah, we've got these vehicles that I'm just putting in now, trying to turn that into a bit of a road. So you can see I've put the road markings down. We've got some taxis down there. Of course, if you've been to New York, I've been a few times now, and you know, New York, there's so many cabs everywhere there is, and just cars parked up randomly. So that's kind of what I'm going for with this. We've got all sorts of street lights going to be going in down here, and also the famous crossroads with the traffic lights, which is exactly what I'm working on now. So I'm going to suspend this set of traffic lights in the middle of the crossroads there, just so it all sort of comes together. But yeah, I'm pleased with this area. I think it's something very different to what I've ever built before in Planet Coaster, actually. I think the closest thing I've built to it would be like the Studios Park, but even that, I didn't really go down the whole sort of putting street lines in and that sort of thing everywhere. Maybe the Back to the Future area is the closest thing I've done, but yeah, overall I'm really pleased with how it's coming together, and yeah, like I say, it's going to progress more over the rest of this episode, and then mostly in the next episode, where you're really going to see a lot of extra theming going into place. Well, there you go. I've put that traffic light in there, that fitment in the middle just there. And then putting in like the crosswalks there as well, so people can cross over, all that sort of thing. Of course, it's not a real road, but it's, about making making guests feel like it is. And you'll walk off the bridge, coming down through Brooklyn Bridge, and you'll enter straight into central Manhattan. So yeah, it should be a really nice experience for guests when they enter into the park. And you'll see now I'm moving on to the street lights that I mentioned just, and putting them in all throughout the area. Anyway, just in terms of more updates and stuff coming, of course, giving you a bit of an idea for what's happening on the channel. We've recently uploaded our video all about where we're going to be visiting. That went online yesterday, about our major trips that we've got planned for this year, and also some important changes coming to Theme Park Worldwide this year. It's our biggest sort of content change since we started the channel back in 2012, and I won't talk all about it in this episode as I go fully into detail in the video I uploaded yesterday here on Theme Park Worldwide. But let's just say it's certainly going to be a very, very exciting year. Lots of new content. There's more new series and new video content coming this year than ever before. I've always said this, but it's really important to keep things fresh and up to date, and that's exactly what we're doing with Theme Park Worldwide this year. Some big changes to the infrastructure of the channel, and it's all very exciting. Something I will mention, though, in this episode, a little bit of a teaser for you, if you've not seen that video yet, is we are going to be opening a Theme Park Worldwide Discord server. Now, anyone who's familiar with gaming may have heard of Discord. I'm sure a lot of people have, especially watching this video. We are going to be opening a Discord server, and this is actually going to be opening up in the next few days. Harry Turnstiles has been working very, very hard on putting it together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that launched. It'll be a good way to chat with each other, and also keep Planet Coaster very interactive in there as well as we continue on with this series. So yeah, there'll be more details from that. Of course, give us a follow on Instagram at Theme Park Worldwide. On Facebook, you can just search for us there as well under Theme Park Worldwide. And on Twitter, you can follow us at Theme Park WW. I definitely recommend checking out our social media sites, just so you can stay up to date with what's going on with the Discord, future videos and uploads on the channel, and also just the latest theme park developments that are happening, because we always keep you up to date on our social media as well. But yeah, it's a very exciting year for Theme Park Worldwide. Of course, this weekend we're back at Blackpool Pleasure Beach for the start of the season. Me, Charlotte, and quite a few of the others are going to be around over the weekend, so it's going to be great. Don't think the weather's going to be the best, but we'll see what happens. We've got another storm coming. What is it? Storm Dennis, I think they're predicting for this weekend. So yeah, stay safe, everyone. And of course, anybody who is going to Blackpool, I'm sure we'll see you there over the weekend. Make sure you stop and say hello. It's going to be a busy weekend for sort of checking out all the changes for this year. Of course, it's our first time in the park this year. In fact, I've not actually been to Blackpool since we were there for the last few days of the season last year. So normally I'd go up over winter and just have a little look what's going on, but to be honest, I've just not had time. I've had so much going on with planning this year on Theme Park Worldwide, some other commitments as well, that I've not got round to that. Back to the episode here then. You can see I'm just putting in some more touches there on Brooklyn Bridge, just finishing off that with some like wooden panels and stuff, just to try and complete the archways a bit more. I'll probably will add some more detail onto that at some point in the future, but I just wanted to finish it off the best I could do for now, really, just so it didn't look a bit silly not having the archways fully completed. I thought the best sort of material to use for that would be the wooden columns, just so it's sort of all blended in quite well. But yeah, I'll definitely be adding some more more stuff onto there. The plan is to actually use that for some sort of show. Obviously, we're going to have a show on the lake, but I'm thinking about doing some sort of stunt show on there as well, using sort of all sorts of pyrotechnics and special effects as well. So that may be something that I'll certainly add in the future and work on. Really, other than a few finishing touches to some of the buildings and stuff on the left-hand side of the New York area, it's just this small little section on the right now. Of course, we've got the air race in there as well, along with that, the drop tower and the coaster. You know what? I'd completely forgotten about the air race until I saw it back in place here. So yeah, let's also get some name suggestions coming in for that as well. So 3 more chances to have your names put into this park before we open it. Like I say, that isn't going to be the end of the series. I'm then going to be adding closing the park and adding some more stuff in. The reason why I won't keep the park operating is mainly because of the frames per second, the FPS. The computer's already starting to struggle, so opening the park and building as well isn't a good idea for me. But I am going to open it so we can see how it functions, get people in, get people riding the rides. I'll do a full episode all about that and about managing the park, and then I'll close it again and start working for as long as my computer allows me to, really. I'm just pleased I managed to complete sort of a path around the lake, really, and build all these different staple areas, because these are the ones that I wanted to do, some big areas. The other ones now are going to be smaller areas because of the space that we've got left in the park. Still a lot of room, but not as big room like we've used for some of these areas, especially the Spanish area, and also the USA area here with New York. They've took up the most room, but I've got that signature ride in now. The biggest ride at this park was always going to be the Giga Coaster. I've got it built. We've put a lot of consideration into viewpoints for it from the other areas as well. So I really wanted to make sure that it all came together and that Giga Coaster didn't look out of place. And hopefully you'll agree, but I'm pretty sure it fits in really nicely at the back. As you can see, last couple of minutes of this episode, before I just show you a couple of screenshots and we just sort of summarize over the episode, just a bit more of information really about what's going to be coming on this side of the New York area in the next episode. Some more buildings, a lot of green areas and planting. You can see we've got a flagpole there with the USA flag on. Just general bits of theming and features. The bottom of the gyro drop tower that we've got, my plan is to sort of put that inside a building. Same, of course, for the coaster station. That's going to have some New York buildings on there as well. And just sort of finish it all up, really, in a very similar sort of style to what I've already gone for here. But there we go. Here's a little look there, a bit of an overview. Just looking over the area so you can see it from the other side of Brooklyn Bridge there. Love the Giga Coaster at the back there. It does fit in really well with them buildings in front of it. You can see there just around the waterfront, some of those buildings just need some windows and roofs on, some more finishing touches. But yeah, it's all coming together really well. Of course, a screenshot there from inside the elevator, inside the dark ride that's now complete, and then an overall look at the area. But there we go. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thanks for watching Planet Coaster here on Theme Park Worldwide. I'll see you in episode 17. Wow, it's crazy. It's going quick. And that means it's time to cue those credits. See you in the next episode.